G'day, mate.
Good day, mate. Doesn't matter, bro.
What accents can you do, Cordina? Go
I
on.
can do a few. I can.
I'll tell you what, let's just do a quick one, right? I'll list some accents and let's see how good you are at doing them.
Oh,
Right. Let's start with like Cockney, like English Cockney.
what, geezer? What's happening? You all right, Gil? You all right?
Settling girl, you all right?
What's happening, Gil? You all right?
All right. Scottish.
Let's get into Ricky Baines mode. Oi, Joe. Oi, wee sacks. What's happening, mush? You right? You right, pal?
Irish.
Irish. It depends what Irish you want.
All right, Northern, we'll go Northern
Travel.
Irish.
No,
North,
we do the travelers. You know what I mean?
go
Like,
on, go on.
see me, I'm the best man in St. Mellons. There'll never be a man to beat me. You know what I mean?
Scouse.
Hello, son. You right? You right, lad? Hey, Bill. You right, lad?
Jamaican.
Oh, Jamaican. Wait there, I've actually never done a Jamaican. Uh, huh? Yeah, yeah, I got two Jamaicans in here with me.
Go on, do it then. Come on.
No, I'm just trying to think how I'd start it. Oh, what can I say? What can I say? Give me something.
She's the better Jamaican, not me.
Eb, give me something. Give me some Jamaican to do.
Just say my name is Joe Cordina. Yeah.
Nah, I just say, Wagwan, my dog. Wagwan, the dog.
Right, Joe Cordina. How you doing, mate?
I'm
Not
sweet, bro. I'm sweet. I've just finished training, so yeah, it's a little bit tired, but we're coming to the end of camp now, so yeah, it's a normal feeling for me at the end of camp.
Yeah, not long to go. What you got? 2 weeks out from this Saturday.
Yeah,
How much do you know about your opponent, Joe?
I've watched him in the past. He was tipped to be the next big thing. From Top Rank, the youngest signing they had.
Yeah,
So yeah, always there was always a big hype about him. So I always, if he was on and I was staying up to watch a fight and he was on the card, I'd always stay and watch. But yeah, he's a good fighter, but I just don't think he's been at the level that I've been at. And if he has, which he has been at, I'm not saying he has been at the level, he's boxed someone that's been at the level that I've been at, and both times he's lost. So, um, and it wasn't just like getting pipped. He got beat up. So yeah, we don't know if he's at that level, yeah, but we'll soon see.
but I bet you're just itching to get out and get active, aren't you? More so than anything.
100%. That's the problem I've had in my career, which is a bit of inactivity in a sense in spots. Like we had a couple of injuries, bad injuries, and that's put me out the ring. But then me fighting and then having to wait 3, 4 months, maybe 5 months for our next fight, when really and truly I've come out of a ring unscathed, having a week holiday or 2 week holiday, and then I'm ready to go again, but still no like dates. But now I just need to make sure, yeah, I'm the last stretch of my career, so I need to just make every fight count and try and get myself closer to a world title shot and try and become a two-way, three-time world champion.
What did you make of what happened in Saudi with Mason and Noakes?
Do you know, a very, a very good performance by Mason. It was like sort of, how can I say? There was question marks on him and whether he can take a dig. Like you've got Sam Noakes, he's a very good fighter. Plus, he punches very hard, physically strong. So it was that question mark on him, whether he can take them digs. Will he be able to stand up to Sam Noakes' power and relentlessness? But he come through with flying colors. Now, if you ask me who do you think is going to win from the start, I would have said off the cuff Abdullah Mason. But I always said when people ask me, don't be surprised if Sam Noakes ices him. But on the night, he was just too sharp, too slick, and just too good.
Hmm. I mean, the cut didn't help, did it? He suffered that cut Noakes quite early in that fight, and I suppose it
Yeah.
it didn't help him as that was going on.
Nah, no, of course it was. It's always a massive factor when you've been cut or you've got a little injury in a fight. It's always in the back of your mind, and it's I felt quite sorry for him in a sense from how early it was in the fight because I think it did have an effect on him. Um, but yeah, I don't know if he's been cut before, but especially the cut, it was quite a bad one. It was on the lid of his eye, so it's going to be running into his eyes as well, which is always a problem.
There's no easy route for you, is there, in this division? I mean, it's probably one of the, if not the hardest division to win a world title win right currently, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. It's listen, I've never ever wanted an easy route. That's the mad thing. Even when I was as a super feather, I always wanted to fight the best. Unfortunately, certain things was put in place where we just want, well, not put in place. It was just it didn't align, so we couldn't get that fight on. Or they were different promoters. We couldn't get them big fights on, which I always wanted the big fights. Um, and I've never even like early on in my career, like from like 10 fights onwards, I always wanted to just win a world title. So it doesn't matter who's in front of me. I just need to get to a world title, and we just deal with it when they're in front of me. But in this weight, yeah, it's probably the hardest weight in boxing to win a world title, the most competitive, um, probably the most talent in this weight as well. But um, to be great, you've got to beat greats and good fighters. And listen, I'm not saying now I'm going to go out there and fucking wipe the floor with everyone in the division. I'm not delusional. It's going to be a very hard fight whoever I'm in the ring with. But at the same time, I believe in my ability, and when I'm on my game, I'm very very hard to beat. So, um, it's just about trying to keep active now, and then when the time comes, we pull the trigger.
Are there any domestic fighters or fights that interest you currently, or not really?
Not really. Cool. Yes. Do you know, I'm at that stage of my career where um I got one I got probably one shot left at winning a world title. And that's what I want to do. I'm 34 on Monday. Um so I don't want to waste potentially getting injured and missing out on a potential world title shot. So
Yeah,
I'm going to do everything in my power to get myself another shot at the world title. And once I've done that, if I come up short, maybe I'll call it a day. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll come down to domestic level and try and have a domestic battle up. But at this point in my career, I feel like I just want to give myself the best opportunities. Don't take miles off the clock
yeah.
having any domestic wars and and uh try and get a world title shot and try and win another world title. Now, if I was to fight like for instance Sam Noakes, that's a very, very hard fight and probably gonna be a more intense fight than someone like a Shakur Stevenson
Mm,
or a fucking Abdullah Mason or because it's gonna be toe to toe. I'm not gonna shy away from a tear up. I don't mind a tear up, but it's going to take miles off the clock,
yeah.
and I don't really need that at this stage in my career. So it's about just being smart and trying to get myself to close to a world title.
Yeah, I think that's quite a sensible way of thinking. I think kind of where you are in your career, don't get me wrong, again, yourself and Sam Noakes, what a great fighter, but I suppose you'd probably question for yourself, what's in it for me? Even if you do win, what
Mm.
is it in it for you, and how closer does that get you to becoming a world
Yeah,
champion again? So,
yeah, of course. So that's where I'm at the minute. Google. I just think even maybe a couple of years back, them yeah, all the domestics were sort of chucked at me, but then it's like, well, what's in it for me? There's nothing in it for me. You don't want to pay, people don't want to pay money for domestic,
mm,
especially when I got a world title. You don't want to pay money for a domestic, but at the same time, you want me to have a domestic, and it's probably going to be harder than a fight mentally and physically than some of the world title shots.
yeah.
So, yeah.
How are you and Eddie Hearn getting along nowadays? All good?
Yeah, I haven't had no problems with him. Yeah, mad. Yeah, do you know what? Every time I see him, he's good stuff. I just try not to bother him over the phone and I leave him to it. There's always something that pops up and I think, oh, I'm going to message him now. But yeah, I try and leave him to he's a busy guy, isn't he? So
You don't do what Dave Allen does then and message him like 15 times a day.
nah, nah, nah. Because if he blanks me, then I'll take it personal. I'll take it.
Um, just the last one, Joe. Obviously, Conor Benn was out in Saudi Arabia off the back of his very good win over Chris Eubank recently. Saw him falling asleep there watching Tevin Haney or pretending to or whatever. But yeah, have you spoken to Conor?
I haven't, bro. I haven't. I haven't spoke to him in a long time. I've I got his old numbers and I've been messaging his old numbers, but nothing's coming back. So
Yeah, yeah. I think a
um
few people have had that. Yeah,
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 I asked Connor Mitchell for his number so I could message him. This was a while back, mind. This before this first Eubank fight. He's like, oh, let me see if I can if it's okay to send it. And he never got back to me. So I was thinking, okay, no problem. But yeah, listen, I'm always a supporter of his. It don't change. But yeah, it's a bit strange.
I've never known someone to change their phone numbers as much as him. Generally haven't. Like
Yeah,
literally, I think I've got like probably about 10 numbers for Connor. Connor knew one, Connor knew
yeah.
like literally, yeah. I've never known anything like him.
I know. That's what I got. One, two, three, four, five, and it just keeps going down. Mad. But yeah, I haven't spoke to him. On the first fight, I seen him. I went and seen him after the fight, and just just like yeah, just he asked my opinion, and I said on the first fight, I said I had you win it like it was like going one round you level one round all the way through until the 10th round. I said, and I had you up, and then I had you losing the 11th and 12th. I said, and that's only because the the size played a part then.
Yeah.
But I think he's his last fight with him with Eubank, he got it spot on, didn't he? He didn't put a foot wrong.
Mm.
100%.
All right, Joe. Much appreciate your time. I'm sure we'll catch up with you after your fight, which, like I said, is well about 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah, lovely.
In the US on December what 13th, is it? Yeah,
13th, yeah.
13th. So I'm sure we'll catch up after that anyway, mate.
Sweet cook. Take care, man.
All right. Thank you very much,
God bless,
Joe.
Paul.